Many years ago, a dear friend of mine who happened to be a clinical psychologist was teaching an advanced Silva Method program, and he suggested that there is a word that everybody pretends to like and enjoy, and it's a process, this word, but nobody deep down in the subconscious likes. He says it's horrible, it's kind of nasty how people resist it and fight it. Now, can you guess? I'm sure you can. Change. Why is that? So in this video, I want to give you some tips because if you truly want to improve, grow your business, improve a relationship, slim down a bit, improve your health and wellness, whatever it is, if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting the same old results. Some have called that a definition of insanity. When we keep doing the same thing over and over and keep getting the same results, right? So it's a process, and I want you to say, full disclosure, there are many, many steps. This is one that I find to be most powerful and very useful, certainly will kick it off, and it could even be for you a game changer. So first, a little context here about change. Even though intellectually we know to improve, to change, to whatever it is, yes, but why in the world is it so common? Listen, the research shows it. I've been around for better than half of a century teaching this program, the Silva Method, being involved, working with hundreds of thousands of people, listening to thought leaders behind the scenes. And even though people go through programs and they love it, it's a very common problem. People hold on, stay in their comfort zone. They resist changing the behaviors, even though the outcome could be spectacular for them. Doesn't make sense intellectually, but the reality is we're run by our subconscious, and we really need to address that. So give you some context and then the tip. Many years ago, the late great Dr. Hans Selye defined stress as an unspecified response to change in the body. Think about it. Even a positive, let alone a negative change, like you have a mortgage, you pay it off. Car payment, you pay it off. You just get married. No matter how positive that may be, it's still what? Something different. And when there's something different, we don't have a clear future identity attached to it. We don't know what to expect. We know I want to scale up our business. I want to enrich in this relationship. I want to improve my health. I want to slim down. Whatever it might be. But what holds people back is the concern, what steps am I going to have to take? Because you don't know yet in order to get there. That's the resistance deep in the subconscious. That causes more stress. I've witnessed it over hundreds of thousands of people that I've worked with across the globe. Well-intended people. They're sincere. They're committed. But it's got to be addressed. And it's something we do in the Silva Method to help you with that. So here's the tip that I have to say, even as an avid practitioner for better than half a century, this is still so relevant for me. I find it really a challenge. Talk to my wife, she'll clue you in with this. Is, for example, I have the same guy who I was his first client, cuts my hair. It's been better than 45 years. I've been with the Silva Method since 1971. I've been with the same woman since September of 1972. Yes, I'm very loyal, and I'm proud of that. But when you look at some of our behaviors, that's when the trouble brews, because by our very nature, we seek comfort with familiarity, right? So here's a quick recent one. We live in Connecticut, not too far from New York. We're both native New Yorkers, born and raised there, very comfortable going there, love it, and do different things. And we made plans more than a month ago to take in a play, stay overnight, and then go to the Frick Museum, and there was a Picasso exhibit. And we were going to do some walking in Central Park. The thought came up, let's do something different. This is my wife's thought, not mine. Take the train. It could be more relaxing. We don't have to drive, so on and so forth. I said, okay, let's think about it. Well, I didn't do it. I put it off, and I didn't make the decision. It's now about a day, I think, if I remember correctly, maybe 2 days before the trip. We took some time off, and we hadn't fully decided. So something inside said, what the heck, let me do something. It was hard, I admit. It sounds so simple. I said, okay, we'll train. So we took the train. And I got to tell you, it was a liberating feeling. I can't explain it. I felt good. I felt high. I felt happy. Turned out it was very relaxing. Turned out it was even less expensive, not by a lot, but less than driving in and parking, the whole bit with that. But we didn't have to deal with the stress. It was a holiday weekend. We didn't have to be concerned about getting stuck. We could be more leisurely. We could meditate on the train, read, play some game, whatever. But I got to tell you, even doing that, it was a metaphor for you're open to doing something different. And I've done the same thing with my closet. I keep shirts forever. They're in good shape. I take care of things. For example, I've had the same guy cut my hair for better than 45 years. The same woman I'm with since 72. With the Silva Method for better than half a century. I'm proud of that, being very loyal like that. And they do good work, and why not? But when it gets in the way is when, if you truly want to improve, if you want to scale up your business, you want to enhance a relationship, you want to slim down, if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to, excuse the shaking, I'm getting worked up. You're going to keep getting the same results. It's that simple. It's common sense. We all know that. And yet, too often we fall victim to it. So what I started doing was I look in and I found a number of shirts that I don't wear and I haven't worn in a few years. Well, it's a good painting shirt. How often do I paint? Not too often. And occasionally that I do, how many painting shirts do I need, that you don't mind getting messed up? So I gave them away, donated them. Some of them our son-in-law was able to wear. Some of them were, it doesn't matter, but you hear what I'm saying? You're getting ready for the new by clearing a path. It's a metaphor for life that we tend to hold on and hold on and hold on, even though it's not serving us any value. I'm not using them. I've done the same thing with shoes, sweaters. One of our daughters, one daughter, who happens to be a clinical psychologist, she went into her drawer. She said, Dad, you've had this for 20 years. I said, but it's in great shape. I take care of it. She says, Dad, it's not even in style. I said, okay. I gave her free rein, and she cleared out some and donated them to Goodwill. But I got to tell you, I was so resistant. And yet, once we did it, it was a liberating feeling. So I invite you, I challenge you to take a look in your closet. And what no longer are you using? What are you no longer? And maybe there's somebody else who could use it. Maybe you could donate it. Maybe it's worn out and has to be trashed. Whatever it is. But start clearing out. Look at some in your office, in your garage, things that you're holding on to for years and you don't even use them. Some people save emails for not a year, but years, 5, 10 years, and they don't even read them anymore. Well, it's good information. I may want to come back to it. What I'm telling you is psychologically, it's a demonstration of holding on, resistance. And I'll say it again. If you want to truly improve, you need to, step out of your comfort zone, maybe a little bit at a time. And doing things like this can pave the way because it's an active, actions speak louder than words, it's an active step demonstrating that you're open to learning something new, doing something different. I trust this serves you. It really works. You got to do it. Have fun with it. I'd love to hear your comments. If you know somebody who could benefit, somebody who's a hoarder, share this with them. If you're not subscribing to my channel here, great, please do. Be great. Then you'll be first to know when I release new videos. And we got a lot of good stuff going on lately. Take care, my friends. My name is Ken Kasha. I'm the Silva Method Training Director, meaning I work with the new instructors. I'm the lead guy, the most experienced, and the man who Jose Silva selected to do advanced presentations and travel the world with them and also working with instructors. Love to meet you one day. Take care.